His mother said, "That's not my grandchild," and handed me a paternity test. So I looked at my husband and smiled because I already knew the truth. My name is Nia Carter. I'm 31 years old, and the day my mother-in-law handed me that paternity test was the day my whole life changed. But not because of what she thought. Let me tell you the real story. I met DeAndre 6 years ago at my cousin's wedding. I was a bridesmaid. He was a groomsman. We got paired together to walk down the aisle. "You look beautiful," he whispered as we walked. "Thank you," I said, blushing. After the ceremony, we talked, danced, laughed, exchanged numbers. He called me the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. Within weeks, we were dating. Within months, we were in love. Within 2 years, we were married. DeAndre was everything I wanted. Handsome, hardworking, loyal. He worked construction, got up early every morning, came home tired but always made time for me. His family loved me, or so I thought. His mother, Gloria, was always sweet to my face, hugged me, called me daughter, smiled at family dinners. But I noticed little things, comments that felt off, looks that lasted too long. "DeAndre, you sure about this girl?" she'd say. "You barely know her." "Ma, I love her," he'd say. "That's all that matters." She'd smile, but it never reached her eyes. I ignored it, told myself I was being sensitive, that she was just being protective of her son. Then I got pregnant. Finding out I was pregnant was the happiest day of my life. I took 3 tests, all positive, went to the doctor, confirmed it, 8 weeks along. I planned the perfect way to tell DeAndre, made his favorite dinner, set up candles, put the pregnancy test in a little gift box. When he got home, I handed it to him. "What's this?" he asked, smiling. "Open it." He opened the box, saw the test. His eyes went wide. "Are you serious? We're having a baby?" "Yes." He picked me up, spun me around, kissed me. "I'm going to be a dad." We cried happy tears together, made plans, talked about names, imagined our future. It was perfect. Then we told his family, Sunday dinner at Gloria's house. The whole family was there, DeAndre's brothers, his sister, aunts and uncles, everyone. We waited until after dinner. DeAndre stood up, clinked his glass. "Everyone, Nia and I have an announcement." The room got quiet. "We're having a baby." Everyone erupted. Cheers, hugs, congratulations. But when I looked at Gloria, she wasn't smiling. She was staring at me, hard, cold. "How far along?" she asked. "8 weeks," I said. "8 weeks," she repeated, like she was calculating something. "Yeah, we just found out." She nodded slowly. "Congratulations." But her voice was flat, empty. The rest of the family was excited, planning baby showers, arguing over names, normal family stuff. But Gloria stayed quiet, watched me, like she was waiting for something. The pregnancy was rough, morning sickness, exhaustion, mood swings. But DeAndre was amazing. Held my hair when I threw up, made me food at 2 a.m., rubbed my feet every night. "You're gonna be such a good mom," he'd say, "and you're gonna be an amazing dad." We were happy, building our life, preparing for our baby. But Gloria's behavior got worse. She'd make comments, small ones, that felt like digs. "That baby is growing fast. You sure about those dates? Some babies don't look like their dads. Just saying." "You'd tell DeAndre if something was wrong, right?" I tried to brush it off, but it bothered me. One day, DeAndre noticed, "Why is your mom being weird about the baby?" I asked. "What do you mean?" "She keeps making comments, like she doesn't believe it's yours." He frowned. "That's crazy. Why would she think that?" "I don't know, but it's starting to hurt." He hugged me. "Don't worry about her. She's just being overprotective. She'll come around." But she didn't. I gave birth on a Tuesday morning. After 14 hours of labor, our daughter came into the world crying loud and strong. She was perfect. 10 fingers, 10 toes, a head full of black curly hair. She's beautiful, DeAndre said, crying. She looks just like you. She has your nose, I said, smiling. We named her Zoe, Zoe Marie Carter. The nurses cleaned her up, brought her back, let us hold her. I felt complete, like my whole life led to this moment. Then Gloria walked in. She came alone. DeAndre's dad was at work. His siblings were coming later. Can I see her? Gloria asked. Of course, I said, holding Zoe out. Gloria took her, looked at her face, studied her, and I saw it. That look, that cold, calculating look. She's light, Gloria said. What? I asked. Her skin, it's light. Baby's skin changes, DeAndre said. The nurses said so. Was all Gloria said. She handed Zoe back. Didn't smile, didn't congratulate us, just looked at me. We need to talk, she said. Later. Then she left. DeAndre and I looked at each other. What was that about? I asked. I don't know, but don't worry about it. Just rest. But I couldn't rest because I knew. Deep down, I knew what was coming. We came home from the hospital 3 days later. Exhausted but happy. Zoe was perfect, eating well, sleeping okay, crying like a normal baby. Family came by to visit, brought gifts, held her, took pictures, everyone except Gloria. She didn't call, didn't text, didn't come by. Maybe she's busy, DeAndre said. Or maybe she doesn't want to see her, I said quietly. Don't say that. She's just adjusting. Give her time. 2 weeks passed. Still nothing from Gloria. Then one evening there was a knock on the door. DeAndre was giving Zoe a bath. I answered. It was Gloria. Can I come in? She asked. Of course. She walked in, sat on the couch, put her purse down. Is DeAndre here? He's upstairs with Zoe. Want me to get him? Yes. I called him down. He came with Zoe in his arms. Ma, you came to see the baby. Sit down, DeAndre, Gloria said. Her voice was serious, cold. He sat. I sat next to him. Gloria reached into her purse, pulled out an envelope. What's this? DeAndre asked. Open it. He opened it. Inside was a document, official looking, with a lab logo at the top. His face changed as he read, went from confused to shocked. What is this? He whispered. A paternity test, Gloria said, looking right at me. My heart stopped. What? I said. I took some of the baby's hair from her brush when I visited the hospital, sent it to a lab, along with DeAndre's DNA from his toothbrush. DeAndre looked at her. You did what? I had to know. Something didn't feel right. Ma, that's crazy. Read the results, DeAndre. He looked down, red. His hands started shaking. I already knew what it said, because I could see it in Gloria's face. According to this test, there's a 0% chance that DeAndre is Zoe's biological father. The room went silent. DeAndre looked at me. His eyes were full of hurt, confusion, betrayal. Nia, he whispered. I took a deep breath, looked at Gloria, then at DeAndre, and I smiled. That test is correct, I said calmly. DeAndre's face crumpled. What? DeAndre is not Zoe's biological father. He stood up. Zoe started crying. He handed her to me automatically, then stepped back. How could you? He said, his voice breaking. How could you do this to me? Let me explain. Explain what? That you cheated? That you lied? That this baby isn't mine? DeAndre, please, I trusted you. I loved you. I thought we were building a family. He was yelling now, crying, pacing. Gloria sat there, smug, victorious. I knew it, she said. I knew something was wrong. A mother knows. I looked at her, then back at DeAndre. You're right, I said. You're not her biological father, but you are her father, in every way that matters. What does that even mean? He shouted. Sit down, both of you, and let me tell you the truth, the whole truth. They sat. DeAndre was shaking. Gloria was glaring. I held Zoe close, took a deep breath. I was pregnant before I met you, DeAndre. His face went white. What? Before your cousin's wedding, before we met, I was already pregnant, about 6 weeks along. So you trapped him, Gloria said. Got pregnant by someone else and tricked my son. I didn't trick anyone, I said firmly. Let me finish. I looked at DeAndre. Remember when we met? At the wedding? I was quiet that day, distant. You asked if I was okay. He nodded slowly. I wasn't okay. I had just found out I was pregnant by my ex-boyfriend, Marcus. So this baby is his? DeAndre asked. Biologically, yes. But let me tell you about Marcus. I shifted Zoe in my arms. She had fallen back asleep. Marcus and I dated for 3 years. He was my first love, my first everything. I thought we'd get married, have kids, build a life. Then what happened? DeAndre asked quietly. I found out I was pregnant. I was so happy, so excited. I told him right away. I paused. The memory still hurt. He told me to get rid of it, said he wasn't ready for kids, that it would ruin his life. When I said I wanted to keep it, he said I was being selfish. Gloria's face softened slightly, but she stayed quiet. We fought for weeks. He pressured me. His family pressured me. They offered to pay for the abortion, called me names, said I was trying to trap him. My voice cracked. I left him, moved out, cut off contact. I was alone, pregnant, scared. Why didn't you tell me? DeAndre asked. When we started dating? I was going to. I swear I was. But then we started falling in love, and you were so good to me, so kind. And I was terrified you'd leave like Marcus did. Tears ran down my face. I know I should have told you sooner. I know it was wrong to keep it from you, but I was scared. And as the weeks went by, it got harder and harder to find the right time. When were you planning to tell me? He asked. Before the wedding, I swear. I had it all planned out. I was going to tell you everything, give you the choice to stay or leave. But you didn't. No, because the night before I was going to tell you, something happened. I wiped my tears, looked at them both. Your father had a heart attack, remember? DeAndre nodded. His dad had been hospitalized, recovered. But it was scary. You were so stressed, so worried. The whole family was falling apart, and I thought, I can't add to this, not now. So you waited. Yes, I waited until your dad recovered. Then I was going to tell you, but by then I was showing. And you were so happy. You thought it was your baby, and I couldn't finish. Just cried. You let me believe a lie, DeAndre said. His voice was empty. Yes, and I'm sorry. I'm so, so sorry. We sat in silence. Zoe slept peacefully, unaware that her whole world was breaking. Does Marcus know? Gloria asked. Her voice was different now, less angry, more sad. No, I never told him. After I left, he moved to another state, started a new life. He made it clear he wanted nothing to do with this baby. So you were going to raise her alone? DeAndre asked. Yes, I had accepted that, made peace with it. And then I met you. I looked at him, really looked at him. You changed everything, DeAndre. You showed me what love really looks like, what a real man looks like. You treated me with respect, with kindness. You made me feel safe. But you still lied to me. I did, and it was wrong. I should have been honest from the start. I was just so scared of losing you. Gloria spoke up. And what about now? Now that the truth is out? I looked at her. Now? Now I'm giving DeAndre the choice I should have given him from the beginning, the choice to stay or leave, to be Zoe's father or walk away. I stood up, placed Zoe in her bassinet, then turned to DeAndre. I love you more than anything, and Zoe may not have your blood, but she has your name, your love, your bond. You've been her father from the moment she was born, changing diapers, doing feedings, singing to her at 3 a.m. He looked at Zoe, sleeping peacefully. But if you want to leave, I understand. I'll file for divorce. I'll never ask you for anything. I'll raise her alone like I planned. But I want you to know something. I knelt in front of him, took his hands. You are the only father she will ever know. Biology doesn't make a dad. Love does, sacrifice does, showing up does, and you've done all of that. Tears rolled down his face. I don't know what to do. Then don't decide now. Take time, think, pray, do whatever you need to do. But know that whatever you choose, I'll respect it. DeAndre left that night, went to stay with his brother, said he needed space to think. Gloria stayed for a bit, helped me clean up, put Zoe to bed. Before she left, she said something that surprised me. I'm sorry, I looked at her. For what? For assuming the worst. For doing that test behind your back. For embarrassing you. You were protecting your son. I understand. She shook her head. No, I was being nosy, controlling. I've seen how DeAndre looks at you, how he looks at that baby, and I let my own issues get in the way. Your issues? She sighed. I was cheated on, years ago, before I married DeAndre's father, got pregnant. The man denied it, left me. It broke me, and I think I've been projecting that onto you. I'm not that person, I said softly. I know, and I'm sorry. You're a good woman, Nia. My son is lucky to have you. If he's smart, he'll realize that. She hugged me, then left. I was alone with Zoe, in our apartment, wondering if my marriage was over. DeAndre stayed away for a week. During that time, he called every day, asked about Zoe, how she was eating, sleeping, if she needed anything, but he didn't come home. I didn't push, just sent him pictures, videos, updates. On day 8, he came back. I was feeding Zoe when I heard the key in the door. He walked in, looked tired, but calm. Hey, he said. Hey. He put his bag down, walked over, looked at Zoe. Can I hold her? Of course. I handed her over. He held her close, kissed her forehead. I missed her, he said. She missed you too. We sat in silence, just watching her. Then he spoke. I've been thinking, a lot, about everything. Okay. And I talked to my pastor, my dad, my brothers, even my therapist. And he looked at me. You were wrong. You should have told me from the beginning. I deserve to know the truth. I know, and I'm sorry. But, he continued, I also understand why you didn't. You were scared, hurt, alone, and I can't imagine how hard that must have been. Tears filled my eyes. I'm not saying what you did was okay, but I'm saying I understand, and I forgive you. You do? Yeah, because here's what I realized. Biology doesn't matter. This little girl, she's mine. She has my last name. She lives in my house. She's got my whole heart. He looked down at Zoe, smiled. When I was away, all I could think about was her little sounds, her smell, the way she grabs my finger. And I realized I don't care who her biological father is. I'm her dad, and nothing changes that. I started crying, full tears, relief, joy, love. Are you sure? I whispered. I'm sure. We're a family. You, me, and Zoe. That's all that matters. He stood up, came over to me, kissed me. I love you, Nia, and I love our daughter. I love you too, so much. That was 4 years ago. Today, Zoe is 4 years old, running around, talking nonstop, smart as a whip. She looks just like me, but she acts just like DeAndre. Same laugh, same stubbornness, same big heart. She calls him Daddy, follows him everywhere. He's her whole world, and he's the best father I've ever seen. DeAndre and I went to marriage counseling, worked through the trust issues, rebuilt our relationship. It wasn't easy. There were hard days, arguments, tears, but we made it through, stronger than before. We even had another baby last year, a son, DeAndre Jr., DJ for short. This time, there's no question. He's DeAndre's biological child, looks just like him. But DeAndre treats both kids the same. No difference, no favoritism. They're both mine, he says. Blood doesn't matter. Love does. Gloria is an amazing grandmother now, to both kids. She apologized again, multiple times, for the way she handled things. I almost cost my son his family, she said. I'll never forgive myself for that. We're past it, I told her. We're family. That's what matters. She and I are close now. She babysits, comes to every birthday party, every school event, and she never brings up the paternity test, never mentions Marcus, never makes Zoe feel different. That's my grandbaby, she says. Both of them are. As for Marcus, I never told him, never reached out. He doesn't know Zoe exists, and I'm okay with that. He gave up his right to know her when he told me to get rid of her. DeAndre is her father, the only father she'll ever need. Sometimes people ask if I'll ever tell Zoe the truth when she's older. DeAndre and I have talked about it, decided we will. When she's old enough to understand, we'll tell her she was a gift, that she came into our lives in an unexpected way, but that she was loved from the very beginning, and that being a parent isn't about biology, it's about showing up, loving unconditionally, being there, things DeAndre has done every single day since she was born. Last week, Zoe made a card at preschool. For Father's Day, she brought it home, handed it to DeAndre. For you, Daddy. He opened it. Inside, she'd drawn a picture. A stick figure man holding hands with a little girl. Under it, in her messy handwriting, "My daddy is the best," DeAndre cried, picked her up, hugged her tight. "I love you, baby girl." "I love you too, Daddy." I watched them, my husband and my daughter, my family, and I thought about that day, 4 years ago, when Gloria handed me that paternity test. I thought my life was over, thought I'd lose everything, but instead, I gained everything because DeAndre chose love, chose family, chose us, and that's worth more than any blood test could ever show. So, yeah, his mother said, "That's not my grandchild," and handed me a paternity test. So I looked at my husband and smiled because I already knew the truth. Not the truth she thought, but the real truth. That family isn't about DNA. It's about love, commitment, choice. And DeAndre chose us every single day. That's what makes him Zoe's father, not biology, but love. And love is stronger than anything. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe. Comment below. Do you think biology matters in parenthood? Or is it all about love? Remember, Queens, family is who shows up, who stays, who loves you through the hard times. Blood doesn't make you family. Love does. Keep your crown on. Until next time.